Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to start a brand new build series, and boy, this one is a doozy. The videos that we're going to be starting to work on today are a culmination of a lot of neat things. You know, some of our more popular videos are the ones where we glue a bunch of woods together and make something neat. We've often wanted to do some videos where we go to Home Depot and we build a guitar completely out of stuff that we've gotten from Home Depot, but we weren't really that sure of, like, you know, what do we want to use when we get there. And then in the last year or so, there's been a bunch of videos where guys have glued a bunch of colored pencils together or dog turds or whatever it is that they're making guitars out of. And, you know, everybody goes, wow, isn't that cool, the dog turd guitar. So today what we're going to do is we are going to make, one of the other things is that usually those videos are like someone who's maybe not like a guitar builder, but someone who has experience with epoxy and again, dog turds or whatever it is that they're making stuff out of. And they bolt a neck onto it, something like that. So what we thought we would do today, we would start a video where we would make a version of the classic Gibson Les Paul neck and everything, maybe not everything, but mostly everything, out of a sheet of 3/4 inch plywood. So I went to my local home center the other day and I bought a 3/4 inch piece of BC plywood. This looks like the B side, and boy, the other side sure does look like the C side. So this is basically sheeting. You wouldn't want to make a cabinet out of this and have it be, even painted. I mean, it's a fairly rough piece of plywood. And we're not going to do this like they did back in the 80s where we just sandwiched a bunch of things together and all the plies were going this way. We're going to have the top of the guitar is going to look like this. It's going to be carved just like a Les Paul. We're even going to make the neck out of this, sort of like that Kubicki X Factor bass, only we're going to be using this hillbilly wood here. I knew a guy growing up in Texas who was an artist, and believe it or not, his name was Lightnin' McDuff. I'm not sure his mama named him Lightnin', but anyway, that was what everybody called him. And he made this, he always was welding shit and making neat stuff out of plywood and taking kind of an industrial product and turning it into something that was neat and just cool, because there's inherent beauty in industrial things and gizmo-y things, and I like that stuff. And if you like that stuff too, I think you're going to really enjoy this video series. Not to mention, there's going to be all sorts of purists who go, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're making a guitar out of plywood. That's going to sound like shit. That's waste of time. Blah 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 blah," or whatever it is that they do in their mom's basement. So I'm looking forward to all of those stupid "your email is dumb" kind of comments that we're going to get from these, because I laugh and laugh when I get those. So anyway, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to hack up a bunch of this stuff and we're going to glue up a neck blank and we're going to glue up a body blank. And I don't know what it's going to look like. One more thing. When I had originally planned to do this, I thought, I'll use void-free, that Baltic birch cabinet grade plywood. And, I thought, you could do that, but at the end of the day, it's still going to be a plywood guitar. It's not going to be like extra cool if you use void-free wood. In fact, I think it'll look more like a Chipotle if we use the stuff from the lumberyard, not the stuff from the cabinet supply shop. And I have to get on this right away because Chris isn't here, and as soon as he gets here, he's going to say something like, "That's stupid, why are you doing that?" Actually, he knows what I'm doing. So anyway, enough with the bullshit talk. Let's start to make some dust. All right, I'm ready to glue up some of these hunks of 2x. Now I made them really tall. This is going to be the actually the width, or the thickness rather, of the guitar. Because remember, a Les Paul is a carved top, so a bunch of this will get scooped away. So I cut these out to 3 inches. So the body would be 3 inches tall rough. Now as they glue up, stuff's going to happen. Like, say for example, this piece is going to get a little high, or this one's going to go a little low. So we wanted to have enough meat to have a 2.5 inch thick body blank when it's all said and done. So I ran this over the joiner so I had a nice flat spot for my wood to go on my clamp set. And now I'm going to glue it together. Chris just showed up. He's probably gonna go like, what the hell are you doing? All right, let's glue. Who wouldn't want this to be their neck blank? Look, you can see through it all the way through, right to this. We're going to, we've got a lot more work to do on this, obviously, but all of the voids that we wound up with on this and the body we're going to fill with epoxy. Chris suggests that we use clear epoxy, so maybe we'll do that. But this is our neck blank pre a bunch of other steps. What if we just mashed glue in those holes?
Yeah, I was wondering about that too.
Well, you're gonna do the sawdust and glue thing, and
sawdust and glue.
I'm thinking just glue.
I don't know if it'll
How
get hard
hard?
enough, but it won't be.
This epoxy would be way better.
okay.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I think so too. I think you really want to cut it out, but I think if you just fill it and then.
Yeah, we can't cut it out until we fill all these holes, right?
Yeah, so you're just trying to come up with something faster. I mean, we
Well,
could use
but it's not like we
10
need to
minute
get it
epoxy,
done
too. No,
today.
No. That's what I mean. Is yeah.
Okay, guys, that's about enough for this video. We have hacked up and glued up our Les Paul body blank, and through the miracle of speed action, we are now we look like this. So as you can see, the top is carved, and maybe from the back it would look cooler. So it's got a bell carve on it, and it just needs a lot of sanding and a lot of scraping. And I've decided that I'm going to fill these holes in. I originally wasn't going to do that, but it's just so bad, and so I've got some of this wood putty, which is really just brown Bondo in a different can, and we're going to mix that up and putty it in all these holes. We're also going to do the edge because, man, when you run a router bit around here like we'll have to do when we're binding, this stuff gets all kinds of cattywampus and sends crap flying everywhere. So as you can see, like there's a chunk missing out of here. So we'll fill all that in. And it's still gonna look like a really industrial, cool project. So if you guys have any questions about what we did in this episode, or if you have any ideas for what you want to see in the upcoming episodes, please leave them in the comment section below. This is going to be neat. It's going to weigh 100 million pounds. Before anybody asks, it looks a little bit thick. Yeah, it might be, but you know what? This guitar ain't for playing. It's for it's for making. No, this will be very similar to a full size Les Paul in every dimension, including weight. So, in the next video, of course, we'll do the neck pocket and the pickup routes, and we'll drill and we'll bind. And yeah, so if you like this video, give us the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, why don't you go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you appreciate content like this, you might want to go over to our Patreon page and consider becoming a member. We've gotten a bunch of new patrons lately. Thank you guys for all your support through Patreon. It really, really goes a long way to helping us bring you cool stuff, even stuff like this. If you can't do Patreon, though, we totally get it. Just share this as many places as you can, and who knows, maybe one day we'll be just as cool as those guys making guitars out of colored pencils and dog turds, or whatever it is that they're making epoxy-filled guitars out of now. So, until next time, this is Matt at Texas Toast reminding you that if you're so smart, build it yourself. That's what I do. Thanks for watching, everybody.